White SAR leaving the Marshall area. Nothing wrong with that. One bloke come around this morning and all he did was grind gears. No.
Nothing worse.
So basically split the top box and full shifts on the bottom, and it's fine. It's like a 13 speed really. We'll get rid of these. So engine brake is on, so you either have it on or off for the moment. When we're going down to 5%, let's stick it on obviously, we'll be in third position low box. Direct. And it'll hold going down that hill at about 1700 RPM.
Right.
Yeah, if you please pull in, we've got a plan for you.
The E5 engine, it's an awesome engine. It's not as sporty as the SCR, as the EGR engine, but it's a nice. I think it's a nice supple engine. I think it delivers power really well. It's not smooth. It's almost linear in how it delivers power. But the engine brake is, I reckon, as good, if not better, than the old EGR engine.
Yeah. Okay.
As we'll see when we're going down that hill, it really does pull it up. So Brad's probably told you all about the this one, the 2.1, about the wide cab. Now why we basically had to do it was because of obviously customer demand for a large cab, but also it gave us the opportunity because the US were doing it as well. This is back in 2009 when it all started. So the US were working on this project, this wide cab project, a collaboration between Peterbilt and Kenworth. And so Peterbilt designed some of the parts, Kenworth designed some of the parts, and so what we've actually done is we've taken their basket of parts that they designed and we've made the best truck out of both trucks. Yeah, so we've taken all the best bits out of it. So things like the Peterbilt dash and the Kenworth didn't bonnet, we use in the aero style truck, we use the Peterbilt lights, the Kenworth lights.
Yeah.
They give a better spread and a better, just better at night.
That's a good spot to be in, isn't it? Be able to pick through and help yourself.
Yeah.
Best of the best.
We also use the headlight switch that comes from DAF. So we pick out the best parts. We don't have to redesign things, which is the other good thing as well.
Yeah.
So up here we've got the 40k zone. So we're going to pull up, hopefully get in about the bottom box before then, or around about that sort of time. Then we're going to go down that track. That set of gates there is where we need to be in about that third position low box. So the good thing with this cab obviously is we've got more space between seats. It's all about space. It's all about safety, it's all about space, it's all about the technology that we can now offer our customers. And something like 26% more space here. With the pedal box you can get 2 feet in there comfortably. This dead pedal on the side here, when we sort of go down this slope, I'll get you to put your foot on both the dead pedal and the accelerator, and they're actually at the same angle. So it's a really comfortable seating position now. White SAR entering the 5%. So it's a really comfortable seating position. Now even I can get my legs right out up under the dash, which is terrific for somebody with crook knees. But we've done a lot of work on things like the floor pan in this. This big bloody dashboard up here, we've got a great big thick piece of bloody plastic in there, or composite, or reinforced composite polymer, I think the engineers call it. Us lay people will probably call it plastic. The firewall had to be completely redesigned because the US didn't have a right-hand drive version. They had a left-hand drive.
Yeah, okay. But what's involved in that then? That's because all your electrical components and stuff now on there.
Exactly. So start off with the firewall. That's the foundation of the whole thing. So the firewall had to be redesigned. So we took the opportunity then to not only just redesign it, but let's make it out of something stronger that's going to last. So their firewall's 2.4mm thick, ours is 4mm thick, so we're 60% thicker in the firewall material. Okay. We use all bulkhead connectors, so there's no direct line through the firewall. It all uses connectors. So we've got Deutsch plugs for the electricals, we've got air connections there as well, all on manifolds. So there's no 100% pass-through. Like we've got on the CCL, the current cab, we've got these bulkhead connectors as well, but there's a couple of lines that still pass through. Beauty with that is dust won't pass through, moisture won't pass through. Moisture, yeah. So we don't get water leakage, that sort of stuff. You know, they've approached. So get into, yep. So one more, throw her into third, direct.
Takes a long time to come up.
Oh yeah. That's one thing I have noticed with the engine. Being not so sporty, it's a bit sort of, I guess not so much lazy, but it's a bit slow to rev up. Yeah. Okay, so we've got engine brakes on flat out. Yep. So if you just take your foot off the throttle now, she'll roll into the corner. And it'll, maybe a little bit of help. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Righto. So now what's going to happen is engine brake on. So if you get right up, you don't even need to touch the brakes right the way from here. Now, it'll hold it. It may pop up, as I said, to roughly 1800, but you're at just under 1700 now. Yep. So the weight's not too bad.
That's 63 tonne.
63.4. Yep, cross. So we get to let the first stage or the third stage go, I guess. Second stage going up. Is that 3 cylinders or 2 cylinders? I can't remember that anyway. Just give it a bit of throttle. Just leave it in the same gear because we're going to go down again.
Yeah, that's halfway.
Yep, right? So that's halfway. So what we're going to do is just let him get up to about 1600 again. And then we'll flick him right on. And that full exhaust brake is just awesome. It really pulls you up.
Good job, doesn't it?
Yeah. 60, let's call it 64 tonne for convenience sake. 5%, we're pretty well on 5% here according to the boys at thing. Now it may pop up to 19, that's fine. Now these things will rev out on engine brake all the way to 22. And if we do, of course, the old trick, run the engine fan on, and it's like a quarter gear, this engine fan. So, just that last little bit there, has managed to pull us down a little bit, so we can get rid of that again. Yep. And what you can do is just start to, once we get past about this second white post here, just flick it into overdrive. Take up a little, then shift into fourth direct, fourth high, or fourth overdrive, and then we've got another little dip here, and you'll see the road will go up again. So if you're in fifth position direct, it'll just pull the way up the hill, and we'll get to really see the screen is going. I don't know why that's. Okay, so just leave him in this gear, and when you hit about the second post, just start to throttle on. That's about it there, yep. Okay. Now we're going to start to hear it developing torque. So you're up at around 2,000, that's fine. It doesn't really matter, I mean you could pull overdrive here without an issue. Once you get up around that next right hand bend, you need to be in direct. You just come back that half gear. But you'll really start to feel it dig in. The good thing that I like about here somewhere is that even with the window down, I really haven't changed the volume of my talking, so it's not a loud, noisy cab.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Even though this is a pre-production truck, so we'll hear a bit of induction noise from the air cleaners, and that's classic yes AR stuff. Yeah, that's what everybody buys the external cleaners for. Yeah, not for the looks, as they hear this roar coming into them. Now, one exhaust out this side, I mean, you still don't hear a lot of noise. So I've got a couple more bends before we can start to make a shift up again. Now we'll just keep it in this gear and we'll just cruise up this pretty nicely. The other thing I like about this is these guys have really thought about it. If the truck does happen to break down, there's your fuses.
Yeah.
You know, straight into it. We use all exposed fasteners in here. So the screws are still there, so the traditionalists want to attack the back of the dash. They can. Terrific for our service guys. So this one here is a little bit of a pull when the back try hits the apex of the corner here. But once we get through it, and we get some revs back up again, up to about 1700, just pull overdrive. Radiator that we've got. Now there's more cooling capacity in this radiator than a K2 or a C5.
Right.
So we've got this huge amount of cooling capacity now, which is terrific. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop back down again, and up there we've got the white posts. We're going to turn left at those posts. So one bloke who tried to get away on me this morning, he was accelerating. I said, mate, I'm going to bloody turn here. Points for trying. Yeah. As Brad says in the presentation, this is our best truck yet, and I firmly believe that it is our best truck yet. There's so many features and solutions that customers have been looking for. That's, at the end of the day, it's really what we are. We're a solutions provider. We're a truck company that builds solutions for customers. We don't take, this is my personal bent on it, we don't take the shit from anywhere else in the world and just sort of pull it, prod it, and poke it, and make it fit. We build it from the ground up. The customer wants 140 tonne, we'll build it from the ground up. We're doing these super quads over in the west, 250 tonne. It's a road hauling truck.
What are they, C5s?
No, T9s.
Yeah, right.
Dry drives. That'd be a good story for you one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just a road going truck. You can pull that truck off that application and put it into pulling bloody singles, Melbourne, Sydney. It's got 3 axles, but it's the same sort of thing.
You get a weight on.
Yeah, it's certainly get the weight on. Yeah. So what we're going to do is pull up to this white line just past the stop sign there.
Yep.
And we're going to let them know that we're coming onto the track. And we're going to turn right. And we're going to stay in the right hand lane going over that crest. SAR entering the highway circuit.
Well, I should stop.
No, you're right. Just keep rolling through if you can. That's fine. There's nobody else on there except for us 4. So we've got to look out for these 4 trucks. So in the right lane, and we'll head back to the marshalling area. So yeah. So what do you think? from a media perspective, and you've driven a lot of trucks, you've reviewed a lot of trucks.
Do you know what I like about it most is that it's still very Kenworth.
Yeah.
You can have all this. Like that seems like a soft difference from here. Like outside it looks a bit different, but from here it's a soft difference.
We've still got the DNA there. That Kenworth DNA still runs through the veins of this truck. You know, it's still in it. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. What it also does is it sort of brings Kenworth back up into the modern era.
It gives an.
I've never seen one with a computer screen on the dashboard before.
Yeah. But it gives those blokes, I guess, the next generation of business owners who will come out who want something a little bit easier to drive, a bit more technically advanced. It gives them that. Provides them that solution they're looking for. They want something comfortable for their drivers and a nice big spacious day cab. This is what we've got.
Rides well too.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrific out on the road. Yeah. Well, even for the cab sitting so far forward as well. We in an SAR, we had the back try and the drive loaded right up. We're at 17.7 before we started taking water out on the drive. We were at 22, just over 22.1. So we're almost right up on our weights on the centre drive as well. We're still only throwing 5.4 over the steer.
Yeah, right.
And even when we took the weight out, it only made a difference of about 40 kilos.
Really? Yeah.
So the weight on the front axle is really well balanced. So the truck itself is beautiful. What do you think of the steering?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know it's a mitre box?
It's a what?
It's a mitre box, which means the steering box is right down under your feet here.
Right.
Why do they are entering the marching area? Right behind the pan. So when we pull up, I'll pop the bonnet and show you. So the standard aero has a straight shaft, goes all the way down to the front. Gives really good feel back through the steering. This is not as precise, not as clean, but still excellent. I mean, if I hadn't told you that, you probably wouldn't have picked it, would you? No. So we'll get out, we'll pop the bonnet, we'll have a look at that, because I think it's one of the features really that we have in this truck. Even though we're running a mitre box, it still has a really nice feel in the steering.